I used to think burnout was like a dramatic movie scene. Big collapse, sudden tears, and dramatic resignations. Turns out, it's way sneakier. Here's what it looks like. Burnout can look like one more email before I go to sleep, or just one more quick win, or perhaps another small sacrifice. If you're ambitious, and I know you are because you clicked on this video, burnout won't tackle you in public. It will slip in quietly, rearranging your whole life before you even notice. So today, I want to talk to you about the early signs that no one talks about so you can catch burnout before it eats you alive. Sign number one is that you cancel on joy before you cancel on work. A friend of mine once asked me to grab dinner after work, and I said yes, sure. Then I got a late email. It was nothing urgent, but I decided to cancel that dinner to catch up on work. My joy and happiness was the first on that chopping block. I could cancel my whole life before I dared to disappoint my job. So if you find that you cancel on yourself more than your calendar, that's a red flag. Sign number two is that you start romanticizing chaos. If you ever catch yourself bragging about being so slammed or wearing "I'm too busy to breathe" like a gold medal, that's a bad sign. Because you start feeling important only when you're drowning, and burnout has already creeped in by then. Sign number three is that your default answer becomes "right after this project." If you catch yourself saying, "I'll sleep better right after this project," "I'll take that trip after that specific work occasion," or "I'll spend more time with family after this quarter," believe me, that's a sign of burnout. Because guess what? There's always going to be another project, another quarter, and another after. At some point, your whole life becomes this huge waiting room for that rest that never comes. Sign number four is losing interest in things that aren't useful. I remember at one point in my life, I stopped painting because I couldn't monetize it. And I stopped reading fiction, although I really like reading fiction because it didn't build my personality or contribute to my self-development. I also stopped going on walks without a podcast because it felt like wasted steps. If you feel that every hobby of yours needs to have an ROI, you're not building a life, you're building a personal productivity factory. Sign number five is that you measure your worth by how exhausted you are. I used to fall into bed and think, "Good job, I feel so depleted today, I must have done enough." If you start feeling more valuable, the more drained you are, that's not a good thing. It's a signal of distress. I'll never forget a client who told me that she once celebrated by letting herself watch a movie without guilt. And that made me pause and think, how is it that we've made something so simple like watching a movie become a celebration or a reward for ourselves? It's a very simple act that people used to do without guilt for ages. I also sometimes catch myself wishing for a mild flu or something to happen in order for a work flight to get cancelled or for meetings to be cancelled. And I sometimes laugh about that, but that's not normal. So these are the 5 signs of burnout that you need to catch before it creeps more into your life. I know you want to win. I know you want to climb, lead, and build big things. Me too. But what's the point if you can't enjoy your own milestones? If you disappear inside your hustles and no one, not even you, knows where you went. So I hope this is a call for you to not wait for your body to force you to stop. And don't wait around for that big breakdown. Start with one small choice today. Protect one pocket of joy. Cancel one thing that drains you. Or answer one email tomorrow instead of tonight. If all of this felt familiar, good, because you're alive to change that. Subscribe to my channel if you want to build a life, not just a career, because we can do this without burning ourselves out in the process. Thanks for watching.